Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to do part 4 of the Onward video series, and today we're focusing on the hidden options of the pedal, of which there are many. So let's dive in. I'll show you what those are. I will say that the pedal is also labeled for most of these options, so it's kind of easy to at least remember what some of them do. This is how you use them to control them. You simply hold down both foot switches and then you turn a knob. Many of the knobs have a little bit of text in white under them. Well, that indicates what the hidden option is that knob controls. Okay, and then just really quickly to say it at the beginning, because I'm also going to reset this puppy right now. If you want to reset all the hidden options to their default setting, you flip the preset toggle to the left and then back to center 3 times. Once you do that, you will see blinking lights and you're going to press both foot switches. So 1, 2, 3. Boom, there it went. Okay, number 1, let's talk about sensitivity. And that is controlled at the size knob here. And really quickly, I'm going to set up the pedal to be very, I guess, vanilla, if this pedal could be vanilla. So I have the error turned off, I have everything kind of default, and let's turn on both glitch and freeze. Let's do that. Sensitivity basically sets how easy it is to trigger the Onward with your playing dynamics. So they say that around noon it works best in most cases. And now I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to turn the sensitivity way down. So this is less sensitive to my playing dynamics. So that means that maybe glitch would make it easier to hear. There we go, okay. Because it's so desensitized, it wasn't catching my note. So I was able to kind of play and have it not grab it. So let me try to sum this up. I feel like when the sensitivity was turned very high, it was grabbing things that I didn't necessarily want it to grab. It was grabbing everything, like little clicks or a little scrape on the strings and things like that. When I had the sensitivity much lower, however, I feel like I had to dig in a little harder to get it to grab what I was playing. But I feel like demoing this in front of you in a camera setting is very tricky. It's a feel thing. I don't see a reason to really, for myself at least at this moment, to move that around from noon. But maybe there's a case that would be helpful. But I almost feel like I'm not sure how I would use that setting. But anyway, that's why it's a hidden option, right? Don't need it every day. Okay, moving on. Let's go to the next one. So the next one is balance, and this one adjusts the relative loudness of the 2 channels. Now this one I can see being very cool. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to turn on glitch. And freeze. So and then what we're going to do is we're going to change the relative loudness of these 2 channels. So if we hold it down and we go over here to mix, turn it over to fully glitch. Oops, I dropped my pick. I'm only hearing glitch, and if I do it the other way, that is all freeze. The entire thing is freeze. I think that particular option will be very helpful when you freeze a sound on one side and then you're playing a sound on the other. That's, I think, the most useful part of that, of wanting to balance those out, is you could really, craft your guitar part at that moment. If you're freezing like, a drone under what you're playing, and then you want the glitchy part to be on what you're actively playing, you could turn up or down either side to make it more pleasing and give you what you want. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Now the next one is called duck depth, and this controls the sensitivity and intensity of the ducking and the side chaining. Now, here's where we kind of go off the rails. This is a dip switch item, and I am not doing dip switch items. I will cover that in the dip switch video. I just want to let you know that there is a dip switch for ducking, and we will go into that later. So that's what that hidden option controls. Okay, let's go on to the next one, which is user, which is under the sustain knob. This is a very good one because over the times we've been chatting here, you and I, we have talked about this fade switch in the middle. And we've said, well, there's two speeds. There's, if you hit the toggle to the left, it's slow. If you hit the toggle to the right, it's very fast. And then in the middle, there's a user setting. Well, here's how you set the user setting. You hold these down. You can turn the sustain knob to the left to get the fade very slow. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to get that incredibly slow fade in. Now, otherwise, if we go to the fast part of it, just to show you the difference, here's slow. You hear how slowly that fades in. On our user setting now, very fast fading. Okay, so that's very cool. I kind of feel like I like to have it set kind of in the middle, so the toggle switch makes sense, but that gives you the ability to fine tune it. Now let's talk about error blend. Now this one's very, very cool. This lets you blend in the other two unselected error types so that you can get a mix of all three. Now the error knob still controls the overall chance of an error, and then the hidden option sets the likelihood that it will be one of the unselected types, if that makes sense. Let's listen to our errors again, just so we remember. So here's error 1. Here's error 2. Error 3. Okay. Back to error 1. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to say, well, while we're on error 1, sometimes 2 and 3 will come in, hold them both down, get this knob turned all the way to the right. Now, when we have an error, there should be random moments when errors 2 and 3 come in, even though I'm only set for error 1. You definitely hear that happening. Incredibly chaotic. So finally, we're on the hidden option, which deals with the EQ. So unfortunately, the word EQ doesn't seem to be written under my texture knob, and I kind of wish they'd put that because that would have made a lot of sense. But basically, if you turn this knob to the right, you're going to thin out the signal and remove low frequencies. If you turn it to the left, you're going to remove high frequencies and you're going to darken the overall signal. It's very intuitive. So let's take a listen and hear what this sounds like. Okay, there's another really good one that we want to talk about, and this is tap tempo. And I feel like this is very helpful, especially with the glitch. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to tap both foot switches twice, and that puts you into tap tempo mode. Let's see, so I think we'll do glitch. Okay, let's say I want that really fast. Well, we're going to do the tap tempo by boom, boom. Now we're in tap tempo mode. There's two more kind of hidden options I want to let you know about. So the first one is dry kill. So if you want to remove the dry signal from your output, you hold down the glitch switch while you power up the pedal. And the pedal's going to remember that preference in the future. Also, trails. If you'd like Onward's effects to kind of smoothly fade away rather than being bypassed, you can engage trails. You hold down the freeze switch while you're powering up the pedal, and again, it will remember that setting. Now, the last thing I really quickly wanted to talk about is routing of the pedal. And each toggle switch gives you the ability to isolate its section. Let's say you want the error to only impact the freeze side of the pedal. Well, you would hold both switches, or I'm sorry, yes, you'd hold down both foot switches, and then you would hit this toggle to the right. So now error is only going to impact freeze. So let's crank error and listen to glitch. It worked. Okay, great. Let's listen to freeze. Yep, there's the error. That's very powerful, actually, just to be able to do that. By the way, the other toggle switches work the same way. So, for example, let's say, I'm going to change that back. Let's say you want the effects section to only apply to glitch. Well, we're going to hold both of these and put it to the left. Boom, now it's routing to glitch. We have some crazy octave texture stuff going on and vibrato. Now texture is still operating on freeze. Now why is it doing that? Because I left the error on. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, let's try it again. So, oops, okay. These are very, very well scripted videos, so you can tell. So anyway, freeze is clean there, right? Listen to glitch. Ah, there's the octave. Now, once again, to kind of get back to where we were, if we want to reset all the hidden options, you go left, 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 wait till it's flashing, boom. Hit both buttons, it kind of flies and makes a little pattern. Then you know that all of it is reset. This is all kind of hard to remember. I do wish they'd added some more, little labels and white text on the pedal. But hey, this is not like a one knob phaser pedal. It's just what it is. The Onward is a bit of a beast, and in order to get it memorized, you really have to spend time with it and play it. And yeah, it's just one of those pedals. It's very cool, but it has a lot going on. Okay, everyone, that is it. So please hit the like button. I am releasing music soon on Bandcamp. I will tell you about that when we're getting close to it, and I feel like that's kind of getting close, to be honest. Okay, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.